So PM Zoolander has finally called the election, something everyone and their dog knew he would, and I am told this is the main contender. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the wrong fake conservative. I always mix these two up. This is the right one. You might remember this guy from his classic right-wing talking points, such as
1. We all want a green future for our children. We cannot ignore the reality of climate change. The debate is over.
So during the last election, the CPC had lined up Andrew Scheer, a guy with absolutely no charisma who would never answer to the point to any question whatsoever. Which is exactly why he managed to lose to the stupidest, most corrupt PM Canada has ever had. And because the CPC apparently cannot learn its fucking lesson, it's putting forward yet another spineless leader who is even now trying to force liberal points onto a conservative base. So I'm going to call it right now, the CPC is not getting a majority. The absolute best the Conservative can hope for is a tiny minority, with which they would do absolutely nothing because, like I said, O'Toole is, well, he's a coward who's not going to risk angering the Liberal voters or the MSM, all the while he is snubbing Rebel News, which is probably the only one who would have given him a fair shake. But it's also kind of understandable because O'Toole is, well, he's not exactly a beacon of liberty. If you have watched some of my previous videos, you know that as soon as he sat on his throne, he expelled Derek Sloan under bullshit racism argument even though his wife is minority. He demoted Pierre Poilievre to try to get him out of the spotlight. And of course he buddied up with the authoritarian PM Cheesecake. But he's not done. No. Because he watched the medical tyranny of Trudeau and all of the authoritarians in his own party and he went, I really do want that for myself. So he too is going full Delta bullshit, calling the elections dangerous for Canadians. Not only should I tell you how confident he is to actually win the elections, but by saying that, he's now also legitimizing the mail-in voting, and we know full well what happened in the US. And if you think he's not going to be a tyrant of the same level as Trudeau, even though he's already started within his own party, you are wrong. That fucker is full on segregation just like Trudeau. And if you dare go against His Majesty, you get expelled or you do not get the nomination for the CPC, despite the fact that this guy Jonas Smith was within 1% of winning the election both times and the guy he was running against is not seeking re-elections. In other words, we have a track record of a guy being popular in his riding, who is differentiating himself from the Liberals, and the CPC goes, no, we don't want you. And to anyone who thinks the Vax passport and all of the restrictions are popular amongst the Liberals, this is the anti-vaccine protests in Montreal. This city is what I consider to be the heart of liberal retardation. Montreal is about 4 million people, and this is easily 300,000. If you think your Vax passport and your restrictions are popular, even among the Liberals, you are a fucking idiot. Actually, no, that's not just idiotic, that's incompetent, criminally so. All of the left-wing parties, doesn't matter if it's the Liberals, the New Democratic Party or whatever the fuck, or the Greens, they are all incredibly authoritarian. The only party to my knowledge who opposes these restrictions is the PPC, the People's Party of Canada of Maxime Bernier. That is literally the only one. And you missed the fucking opportunity of differentiating or going against the Liberals as a fucking conservative. This is criminally incompetent. So I'm sorry to say this to all of you who own guns in Canada, not only is he not going to win the elections, he will not, ever, risk angering the Liberals by giving them back to you. The only thing that will bring guns back is a CCFR lawsuit. So it is extremely unlikely I will be voting for the CPC. And if you complain about the vote splitting, I'm sorry, but your strategic voting is exactly what put us in this situation. The CPC considers you their property, and that's exactly why they are not doing anything to earn your votes. And since losing to PM Zoolander twice already has not been enough, it's gonna have to be a third time. Personally, I'll probably be voting PPC. Now if you excuse me, I have to get groceries before the food riot starts. Salut, bonsoir.
And here we go.